Have you ever felt like someone you like wasn't paying attention to you? It's like a sudden cloud of gloom descends and you're lost in a world of rejection. Those tough emotions can really knock you down, but don't let them. Stoicism reminds us that we can always choose how we react. Instead of letting rejection knock you down, see it as a chance to grow and show your true mettle. In today's video, we'll talk about how to turn rejection on its head and make that special someone sit up and take notice of you. It's not about playing games or putting others down. It's about using your psychological savvy and resilience to get their attention and leave an unforgettable impression. Let's learn how to turn being turned down into a chance for success and more confidence. You'll learn how to use every setback to move forward in your relationships and life at the end of this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help us out and share your stories in the comments. Your ideas could help someone else. Let's begin this trip. 1. Put her out of your mind. If a woman ignores you, a good Stoic practice is to just put her out of your mind. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or acting like the situation doesn't affect you. It means focusing on things that matter and that you can control, like your own growth. First, take a moment to think about your own goals again. What are you working toward? What accomplishments would make you proud? Writing these down and making plans for how to reach them can quickly shift your attention from what's bothering you to what's making you want to try new things or get better at things you already do, like playing the guitar. Hobbies like cooking or joining a sports team aren't just things to pass the time. They're investments in your happiness and skills. They fill your time with joy and personal growth, which is fun all the way through Stoicism. Remember the people who are always there for you. Spending time with family and friends can help you feel like you fit and strengthen these relationships. Self-reflection is another important practice that helps us remember that being ignored by someone doesn't change our worth or our ability to be loved. Take some time to think about your virtues and how you can improve them. For example, are you as patient, kind, or brave as you'd like to be? Stoicism teaches us that our character is the most important thing we can change and the only thing we should ever work on. By changing your focus in these ways, you start to live by the Stoic principle that outside events like being ignored shouldn't affect our inner peace or happiness. You start to understand that her ignoring you doesn't really change how valuable you are, or putting her out of your mind isn't about denial. It's a proactive way to get your peace back and focus your energy where it matters. Remember that you have the power to choose where your attention goes, and focusing on happiness and personal growth is always a good idea. Choice number 2. Don't react emotionally. Stoicism teaches us the value of controlling our reactions and staying calm no matter what comes our way. So when a woman ignores you, maybe she's watching to see how you'll react. This is your chance to show her and yourself that you have strength of character and confidence. If she doesn't answer your messages or seems distant when you're together, it might feel like a personal slight, but remember that reacting emotionally will only make the situation worse. Instead, try talking to her calmly and politely. Hey, I've noticed you seem a bit distant. Is everything okay? Can go a long way. It shows that you're paying attention and caring, but also that you're grounded and not jumping to conclusions. In conclusion, if she keeps ignoring you, don't lose your cool. This is where real Stoic principles shine. Stoics say that we should focus on the things we can control, like our own actions and attitudes. You can't change how she acts, but you can change how you react. If you stay calm and don't show frustration or anger, you are practicing Stoic persistence. Keeping your inner peace when outside problems happen also. Use this time to think about yourself and do things that make your life better and bring you joy, even if she doesn't recognize it. You're not just showing her that you're strong and sure of yourself. You're showing that your self-worth isn't based on how other people treat you. And if things don't change, remember that Stoicism also teaches us the dignity of letting go. If your repeated attempts to engage are met with indifference, it might be time to take a step back and reevaluate. This isn't a defeat, but a strategic choice to focus your energy where it is valued and returned. Number 3. Should a woman you're interested in decide to ignore you, your first thought might be to ignore her back. This may seem strange at first, but it comes from respecting yourself and your own values, which is one of the main ideas of Stoicism. If you text someone and don't get a reply, or are talking to someone and they suddenly change the subject, it can be tempting to keep trying to get their attention. But if you don't send them any more texts or just move the conversation along on your own terms, it's not just about giving them a taste of their own medicine. It's about valuing your own peace and not letting someone else's actions disturb your inner tranquility. Here's another example. If she ignores your comments in a group chat, don't yell for her attention. Instead, politely take a step back and talk to other people who value your contributions or find them interesting. Value in observing the talk in silence. This doesn't mean you're putting up with disrespect. Instead, it means you're practicing stoic endurance by choosing not to let outside events bother you and keeping your cool in public. If you're being ignored, politely excuse yourself, and moving on can be empowering. It shows that your self-worth isn't based on how other people treat you. This approach not only protects your self-respect, it also subtly sends the message that you're someone who can't be ignored. By choosing not to engage with the behavior that disrespects you, you're following the Stoic principles of focusing on what you can control and acting on it. You're showing that you value yourself enough not to put up with bad behavior without making a scene or lowering yourself to the same level. It's not about hurting people's feelings or playing mind games. It's about choosing to keep your peace and show that while you're open to respectful interactions, you're strong enough to walk away from those that aren't. This is what it means to live with Stoic dignity. Finding strength in self-respect and peace in the face of lack of interest. Number 4. Have fun outside. Stoicism doesn't tell us to avoid our emotions. Instead, it tells us to deal with them by doing things that make us feel better. If a woman is ignoring you instead of dwelling on it, why not focus on something fun? It could be as simple as watching a funny movie, going to the basketball court, or going for a peaceful walk in the park. These activities aren't just distractions. They're reminders that you can make your own happiness without other people's actions or attention. Including friends in your plans can make the good effects even stronger. Friends can lift your mood, give you new ideas, and remind you of how valuable you are through their company and support. You can visit new places, do new things, and even make new memories with them. Stoic thought is based on this idea of social connection. It's about building and respecting the community you have, which makes you stronger against bad feelings. If you're still feeling down, you might want to change up your normal routine. Change places to eat. Go to a live music event or join a local meetup that interests you. These activities do more than just take your mind off of being ignored. They also help you learn new things and meet new people, which could lead to new friendships and opportunities. Stoicism tells us to live in the present and make the most of every situation. Sometimes that means leaving our comfort zone to learn new things about ourselves and about life. So the next time someone ignores you, remember that it's a chance to reconnect with what makes you want to go out, have fun, and be involved in life. This will not only help you deal with the immediate feelings of rejection, but it will also build your character and your life's joy in a way that fits with Stoic values. Have fun on the trip. Think about the good things in your life and let them fill it with events that make you feel good about yourself and your happiness. Number 5. Make a social standing. Focusing on improving your social status is an empowering way to deal with being ignored. This isn't about seeking approval, but about increasing your self-worth and presence in your community, which fits well with Stoic ideas of self-improvement and independence. By doing positive things to improve your social status, you're not only making yourself more appealing to others, but you're also strengthening your own self-respect and confidence. So what does this mean in real life? First, think about investing in yourself physically and mentally. Regular gym workouts are good for your health and boost your self-esteem, making you feel strong and full of energy. Taking up a new hobby or skill does more than just pass the time. It makes you smarter. You'll be able to talk about something interesting when you learn a new language, cook a foreign dish, or play an instrument. These things will make you a better person overall. Focusing on your job by getting new certifications or taking on difficult projects can raise your status at work and in your field. Networking is very important because it puts you in touch with people who can help you, give you advice, and open up new opportunities. Remember that your work history shapes who you are, showing how dedicated and skilled you are. Volunteering is another great way to improve your social standing. It shows that you care about others and want to help something bigger than yourself, which are all beautiful traits that will make you stand out and connect you deeply with your community, showing that you truly believe in Stoic values. You can also use social media as a tool for planning. It lets you share your accomplishments, hobbies, and life stories. If you post about a recent hike, volunteer event, or professional accomplishment, you're creating an image of someone who is active, interested, and active. This isn't about bragging. It's about sharing your world with others and inviting them to see the multifaceted person you are. By focusing on these areas, you're essentially cultivating a rich, active life that anyone would find hard to ignore. You're also following the Stoic idea of focusing on what you can control, your actions and your growth, rather than getting stuck on how other people see you. Our value isn't based on other people's approval, but on our own good qualities and actions. So when a woman ignores you, don't run away or feel down. Instead, seize the chance to show her how valuable you are by showing off your intelligence, wit, and charm. It's not so much about proving something to her as it is about staying true to your own character and excellence. For example, if she brings up a topic you know a lot about in a group, jump into the discussion with confidence. Share your thoughts in a way that makes the talk better. It's not about showing off what you know, it's about making a real difference, which is a core Stoic value. A funny thing can also help. If she says something sarcastic to you, you should reply with something clever and funny. This shows that you can handle social pressures without getting upset, which is in line with the Stoic ideal of not letting outside events disturb your inner peace. For example, if she brings up a subject you know a lot about in a group setting, feel free to join the conversation. Share your thoughts in a way that adds something useful to the talk. It's not about bragging about how smart you are. It's about making a real difference, which is a core Stoic value. Having fun is another strong tool. If she says something sarcastic to you, replying with something clever and funny can show that you are strong and can handle social pressures without getting upset. This is similar to the Stoic ideal of not letting outside events upset your inner peace. Another important thing you can do to show your worth is to listen carefully. If she's talking, pay attention and respond with thoughtful questions or comments. This shows that you value the conversation and respect her point of view, even if it seems like she's not treating you with the same respect. It's about showing respect and dignity, which are basic Stoic virtues. By showing these traits, you're not just trying to get her attention, you're practicing Stoic principles of self-respect and honesty. It's about knowing your worth and being willing to share it with others no matter how they initially responded to you. So the next time you feel ignored, remember that your worth doesn't go down because someone didn't care about you. Keep being your best self and let your actions speak volumes about who you are. This way, you can keep your cool and show that you're not someone who can be easily ignored. The end of number 7. Cutting off all contact isn't a mean or passive-aggressive thing to do. It's a way to respect yourself and save your emotional energy. If you've reached out and haven't gotten a response, or if your attempts to connect are met with silence every time, it might be time to pull back. This means stopping texts and calls and interacting with them less. If you see her in person, you should take a step back, not to control or provoke her, but to give yourself the peace you deserve. For example, if you usually send her messages and she hasn't replied, don't keep sending her more messages hoping that she will. Also, if you call her and she doesn't answer, don't keep calling. This isn't just to show her that you won't stand being ignored. It's also to show yourself that you value your own worth enough not to chase after someone who isn't returning your calls in social situations. If you happen to be in the same circle, you don't have to go out of your way to talk to her. You can just politely notice her presence if you need to. Pay attention to something else. Spend time with friends and other people who enjoy being with you. This isn't about avoiding her out of spite. It's about focusing your energy on more positive people. The Stoic view is strong, We shouldn't let outside actions upset our inner peace. By cutting off contact, you're practicing the Stoic discipline of detachment, not as a punishment or out of anger, but as a way to focus on what makes your life better and keeps your tranquility. Remember that this way of doing things is about protecting your honor and peace of mind. It's a way to take care of yourself so that you're not constantly hurt or distracted by someone else's lack of engagement. Stay true to your values. Focus on those who make you feel good, and keep living a life you're proud of. This is the Stoic way of finding freedom and letting go of what doesn't matter. Stoicism says that our sense of self-worth should never depend on someone else's approval or attention. If a woman is ignoring your messages, don't send more in the hopes of getting a response. Instead, take a step back. Think about why you feel the need to get her attention and remind yourself of your own worth, instead of various texts. If you do answer, make sure it comes from a place of strength and confidence. If she texts you again after a long break, a no-problem response will not work. You're not just sitting around waiting for her if you say, "I've been keeping busy with my own projects." This shows that your life is full and satisfying even without her in it. Focus on living your best life and letting your actions speak for themselves. Do things you enjoy, spend time with people who make you feel good, and keep growing as a person and in your career. When you think about these good things in your life, they naturally boost your confidence and show others, including her, that you live a full and active life by showing that you're happy with or without her attention. You're living by Stoic principles. You're strong because you're not letting outside factors affect you, and you value yourself. This isn't meant to make her feel like she's missing out. It's about enjoying your life and being happy with your own pursuits. Remember that Stoicism doesn't teach us to be emotionless or ignore our feelings. It teaches us how to deal with them in healthy, constructive ways. Do not lose your honor. Respect her choice to focus on something else and keep investing in yourself. This won't just make you more attractive to other people. It will also make your own life better, which is the most important thing. Number 9. When she ignores you, maybe because she has a faulty idea of who you are or what you can do, it's a great chance to show her what you're really like. Stoicism tells us not to let other people's opinions affect our lives, but to follow our true nature and values. If a woman thinks you don't know enough about a subject, for example, find a natural way to share your thoughts and understanding when the subject comes up. This isn't about bragging or being pushy. It's about gently clearing up misunderstandings through your actions and knowledge. If she thinks you're boring, surprise her and maybe even yourself by trying new things or telling stories about your experiences that show how unique and deep you are. This could be anything from your latest adventure. If you talk about a book that changed your mind or a hobby you love, showing her your wide range of interests and skills can easily change how she sees you. Over time, though, it's important to remember that Stoicism also teaches us the value of detachment from external approval. If she keeps ignoring you no matter what you do, it's important not to take it personally. This is easier said than done, but it's about focusing on your own growth and self-improvement instead of trying to win her attention or approval. Develop yourself for your own happiness and satisfaction, not just to change someone else's mind. For example, if you've tried to engage and share but are still being ignored, focus on your own personal goals and self-reflection. Work on improving traits of your character like patience, resilience, or generosity. Focusing on personal virtue is in line with Stoic ideas, and make sure that you are becoming a better person no matter how she reacts. In a Stoic sense, proving her wrong isn't about a big show of your worth, but a quiet, consistent showing of your true self through your actions and choices. Don't worry about what other people think. Your worth comes from living an honest and good life. Keep your mind on what makes you a good, interesting, and capable person, and let your life speak for itself. Number 10. Don't talk to her. Stoicism tells us to do this. We should think about our actions and respond in a way that is in line with our values instead of reacting out of anger or hurt. For example, if a woman ignores your messages and you're thinking about not responding to hers, ask yourself what you want to achieve with this silence. Is it to feel in control again, or to let her know that you feel ignored? Do it as a way to learn about yourself, not as a punishment. For example, if she texts you after a period of silence, don't answer right away or ignore her out of anger. Instead, take some time to think about why she might have been quiet and what you want from the conversation. This pause isn't just meant to make her wonder. It's also meant to give yourself time to think about your response. When you do answer, keep it short and polite, not as a game, but as a sign of your self-respect and intention. Tell them, "Hi, I saw you reached out. I've been working on some personal projects and thinking about the times we've talked. How are you?" This shows that you're calm and not desperate, and that you're also willing to have a useful conversation. The Stoic way of looking at this isn't about hiding your thoughts or ignoring what's going on. You should control your responses in a way that respects your own worth and the other person's possible reasons for their behavior. You should show that you value yourself and will not act in ways that hurt your peace. If a woman is ignoring you, don't let her see you struggling. Know that you can't get her attention. The important thing is to stay calm and carry on with your life as normal. This doesn't mean dismissing your feelings. Stoicism isn't about hiding your feelings. It's about handling them well, like if she ignores your text message or social contacts. When you respond, keep it light and calm. This shows that you're not really affected, not because you don't feel the pain of rejection, but because you choose not to let it change how you act or how you feel about yourself. You're still the confident, sure of yourself person you've always been. This isn't about acting like nothing happened. It's about not letting it show in the way you talk to her. Be nice and respectful. Don't be rude or aggressive. Won't make things better. It could even confirm any negative ideas she may have about you, or make things worse when they don't need to be. Instead, your calm demeanor can serve as a subtle reminder of how mature and stable you are, which are traits that are highly valued in any relationship. Focusing on the parts of your life that you can improve and enjoy, regardless of her approval, is what this Stoic attitude means. Do things that make you happy, spend time with friends who make you feel good, and keep learning and growing professionally and personally. These things will help you become more independent and strong. By being nice and respectful to others, you'll be following another Stoic principle. Virtue is the only good. No matter how other people treat you, every interaction is a chance to be the best version of yourself. It's a chance to practice Stoicism by staying calm and focused on your own life. This approach not only protects your dignity, but also shows that you are strong and calm in the face of indifference. Keep living your best life, and let your peace and strength speak for themselves. Thanks for staying with us until the end of this interesting story. Today on Journey, we looked into the deep teachings of Stoicism that tell us that we have control over how we react to life's problems. We also talked about how to use rejection to grow as a person and become more resilient. Remember that if someone special doesn't seem to notice you, it's important to stay calm and confident and not take their lack of interest personally. Instead of seeing rejection as a loss, see it as an opportunity to improve yourself. Respecting others' boundaries while leaving an indelible mark through your dignified response is the point. This isn't just about romantic relationships. It's a philosophy that applies to all parts of life and relationships. Please like this video if you found it helpful, and subscribe for more content that helps you handle life's challenges with poise and confidence. Don't be shy about sharing your stories and insights in the comments section below. They could help someone else going through the same things. Before you go, make sure to watch the recommended video that's now appearing on your screen. Thank you again for watching and for your continued support. If we learn and grow from each setback, it can lead to a bigger and better next step. Stay strong on your journey and use every failure as a chance to get better. Next video will be up soon.